Well, good afternoon, friends. This is Dave at Dave's Raised Bed Garden. It is bright out here this afternoon. I just came out here. I wanted to show you the garden real quick. What I'm having to do, I'm actually having to harvest. I'm having to pick some of my plants, my cool weather plants, most of them, because the temperatures are changing. I've had a couple things to try to bolt, but it's actually the time. The cabbage and everything, I've got some good looking cabbage. My broccoli was looking really good. It still is, but that's one of the things that I think what's happening. So let me turn the camera around to show you that what I mean is I think that some of it's getting ready to bolt, so I need to get it up. I needed to get it out of here and everything, and I'm just gonna show you around the garden real quick. So let's turn the camera around and let's get started. So you can tell this is my cabbage. This cabbage is looking lovely, lovely. Look at the size of these heads. Now, to tell my cabbage, I like to tap it a little bit and it's firm. I know that this cabbage right here is just a tad bit soft, so I can leave that for a couple days, maybe a day or two. This one right here, this is nice and firm. This one got a little discoloration, so I want to get, but it is actually firm. So my cabbage, I'm in the timeline. I should be in here within the next, today actually, till tomorrow, even on up to next week, I'll be harvesting the cabbage, and that's the one way that I tell if the heads are firm. I have my celery. My celery's got a month out. I still got a month to grow. I've got more cabbage over here. I've got 3 different setups based on it that I planted this cabbage with the bed I just showed you. These are in the middle. This is my early cabbage. So basically, these are ready. These heads, I've got some bugs that's coming in on them. I can get the outer leaves in these heads. I would like them to be a little bit bigger. But I have my purple cabbage here, and then I have another that I started just a little bit later. It's the same thing. These heads in here are forming, but they're soft. So what I want to do is give that a little bit more time to grow. And basically with cabbage, I want to make sure that that head is firm. If I can squeeze it with my fingers, like I can with my purple, and then also here, and the one that I showed you over there, it's just not quite ready. I want it firm. That's why you saw me slapping it, because it makes a distinct sound. That's what I'm looking for. When I go over to my broccoli, I pulled the netting up. I've had some issues with some bugs. This broccoli right here is firm, and it is ready to harvest. It's not a big one, but I moved, this is another one, but you can see as I'm going down, this is where the transition begins. See how these buds or these florets, the broccoli crown, is that it's really loose? What's happening is I'm starting to get a little lighter color. So what happens is that this is trying to grow a little bit faster. And then what I don't want it to do is I don't want to get it to the place that the little flowers, because basically your broccoli head is basically a flower. And what will happen is that if I let this grow, what's going to happen is these little florets, they're actually going to spread out. And this is where I can tell by the coloration is that they'll have little flowers all over them. That's when it becomes bitter. They're getting ready and they'll go to seed. That's what happens with your plants. So these plants here are all ready to go. I am just there. These plants are ready to be harvested. It could be because we've had some really cool temperatures, and then also we've gotten some really warm temperatures. This week has really turned up the heat a little bit. It's going to cool back down. Last week we had warm temperatures and everything. So this up and down temperature, it causes, and then we've had a lot of rain. So I'm looking around at my broccoli. I keep saying cabbage, but my broccoli is for the foremost ready to harvest. I don't want it to go to seed, so I'm going to have to get my broccoli up. If I don't have time, I will definitely get it first thing in the morning. I don't necessarily like to harvest my plants when it's warm. I like to do it in the cool of the day. I will do it in the evening or in the morning. So my cabbage will be able to wait another day. My lettuce, this is where I was going to show you. I've had the shade cloth on here. I've actually pulled it off. I've come out here and wanted to look at it. So my shade cloth would cover here. I would try to cover on the outside. This plant right here is showing me. See how tall it's gotten? I've gotten a lot of vegetables off of it, but what it's doing is it's actually starting to bolt. So this will become bitter if I don't get it in. So I've got to pick all of this stuff. My spinach, it looks really good. I need to come in here and just really get after it and just pick all of my lettuce and everything, because it does well for the most part, but the hotter the temperatures are now, it's supposed to cool down this weekend. The problem is that I've got warm temperatures today, I've got warm temperatures tomorrow, and I think I do again on Friday, and that's when the cold front comes in and it cools down a little bit. The problem is I don't want my plants to bolt. I want to be able to enjoy this lettuce, so I want to go ahead and pick it. Remember, I do a 3-season garden, so what I do is what I'm going to come in is I'm going to come back in with warm weather plants in these beds that you see that have all the nets. My warm weather plants are doing very well. I'll just show you a brief view of it. I do everything, 90% I would say is vertical, meaning is that even when my peppers are growing upwards, and I have tomato cages around those. I have these bamboo stakes, other stakes. So these are my tomato plants. I also going to have my squash. I'm going to have my zucchini plants. You can tell the stakes that I have on here. I'm actually going to allow it to grow vertical. I'm going to show you what I do, what I've learned, and what I've been doing and everything. And then so everything that I'm doing, I'm excited. I just wanted to give you a brief view what's going on in the garden. You can see how the plants are just really taking off. I'm getting ready. I just want to get the pollinators down here and just get the bees to working and everything. My pepper plants are growing well. And then I have over here, I have on my, so I have companion gardening in all of these beds. I have peppers and onions and cantaloupe and watermelon and cucumbers and tomatoes and yellow summer squash, zucchini squash, again the onions, and then so like I said, the watermelon and the cantaloupe. So in these 4 beds, I have all these plants that I just named that are in these beds. These beds are my companion beds, my summer beds, and I'll be planting more plants in my others. This bed right here, I have green beans. I've had a problem with rabbits and everything, able to get under my fence, getting in here. They actually ate all of my beans except for this one is the loneliest one, but I guess that's the one that lets me know that I have hope. But what I've done is I came out here, and where they have gotten in there and they have just eaten the plants and everything, I have put new seeds in. So this is what's happening in the garden today, and I just wanted to show you a little bit, but I've got to get my cool weather plants in. I've got to get them in soon, and very soon I've got to get them in. So I just wanted to show you what's going on in the garden today, show you what's happening out here, and just getting everything ready. I hope this is something that you enjoy. I hope I'm going to be showing you my harvest and everything, what I've been able to do, and just showing you some other things. So at Dave's Raised Bed Garden, I just thank you for being a part of Dave's Raised Bed Garden. Keep following me, keep liking what you see and everything, and I'll be trying to do better videos, more videos, little clips and everything as we move along. But until next time, this is Dave at Dave's Raised Bed Garden. Keep planting, keep growing. God bless you, and take care.